Have you ever found yourself just going along with what others say, without questioning it? It might seem like the easiest way to keep the peace, especially as you get older. But what if I told you that this passive approach is actually slowly eroding your personal power and sense of self? You see, many of us, particularly as we age, fall into the trap of agreeing with others just to avoid conflict. On the surface, this might seem harmless, even beneficial. But the truth is, it's far more destructive than we realize. This video will challenge you to stop living in submission to others' decisions and to reclaim your autonomy. The first thing you must do is stop passively accepting everything that people say without questioning it. Over time, this quiet surrender steals away your identity, your values, and most importantly, your power to shape your own life. It's not just about avoiding conflict. It's about protecting your essence, your desires, and your true self. You will also learn why social isolation and neglecting your health can undermine your well-being as you age. We'll dive into the importance of staying connected with others, the benefits of a healthy lifestyle, and how your body still craves care and attention, no matter your age. It's never too late to make positive changes. And most importantly, you'll discover how to stop living in the past and let go of the fear that holds you back from embracing the fullness of life right now. By the end of this video, you'll understand why living in accordance with your true desires, free from the opinions of others, can unlock a new chapter of joy, health, and fulfillment. Don't let the years ahead pass by without embracing the possibilities they still hold for you. Stay with me until the end and learn how to take back control of your life, your voice, and your happiness. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. The first and most important thing you must do is stop passively accepting everything that people say without questioning it. As time moves on, many individuals, especially as they grow older, find themselves trapped in the false comfort of agreeing with others in order to avoid conflict. At first, this might seem like a way to preserve peace, to keep the harmony of relationships intact, but in reality, it's much more destructive than it appears on the surface. What may seem like an innocuous decision to go along with others is, in fact, a gradual erosion of your own identity, your values, and, worst of all, your personal power. Over time, this behavior becomes a quiet surrender. Instead of asserting your thoughts, ideas, and feelings, you find yourself simply nodding along, silencing your inner voice for the sake of peace. But here's the painful truth. By doing this, you are allowing others to make decisions for you. You are relinquishing control over your own life, your choices, your very essence. This may seem harmless in the day-to-day, a simple way to avoid uncomfortable situations, but over the course of years, this unspoken compromise can leave you feeling like a stranger in your own life, detached from your desires, disconnected from your values. What makes this particularly dangerous is the way society often perpetuates this pattern. There's an insidious narrative that as you age, your thoughts and opinions don't matter as much. Society pushes the idea that, as you grow older, it's not necessary to maintain strong opinions, to make big decisions, or to engage in debates. The world, it seems, would have you believe that your time for bold choices has passed, that it's now easier to simply fade into the background and let others lead. But this mentality isn't just misleading, it's deeply damaging to your soul. It creates a dangerous emotional distance between you and your own needs, your dreams, your desires, and, ultimately, your own sense of self-worth. This mindset robs you of the chance to fully live the life you've earned, to assert what you want and deserve. It tells you that your voice no longer matters, when in fact, it should only grow stronger with age. Every time you allow yourself to agree without speaking up, a piece of your identity slips away. Over time, this continuous pattern can chip away at the very core of who you are. You start to doubt your own judgment, to question your ability to make decisions, and before you know it, you've lost the confidence that once came naturally. This loss of self-trust is insidious. It creeps in quietly, under the guise of being agreeable, but it leaves you feeling increasingly powerless, disconnected, and unsure. The very thing that you feared, conflict, ends up being less of a concern than the deep dissatisfaction of losing yourself. And here's the painful part. This is not what you deserve. You have spent decades living, learning, making mistakes, and growing. The experiences, wisdom, and lessons you've accumulated over the years are invaluable. They are what have shaped you into the person you are today, a person with rich insights, deep emotional intelligence, and the wisdom of life's complexities. You have so much to offer, not just to others, but to yourself. So why, then, should you let all that knowledge slip away in favor of quiet submission? Why should you silence your voice when it holds the answers to your needs, your desires, your aspirations? Continuing to accept things without ever questioning them only weakens you. It diminishes your ability to stand up for yourself, to defend your beliefs, and to advocate for your own happiness. It chips away at your autonomy, bit by bit, until one day you realize that you no longer recognize the person you've become. And that, my friend, is a tragedy, one that you have the power to avoid. Now is the time to start trusting yourself again. It's time to listen to that inner voice, the one that knows what's best for you. It's time to reclaim your autonomy, to find the strength to make your own decisions, no matter how big or small. The world will continue to press you, to try and convince you that your opinion no longer matters, but you must stand firm. You have earned the right to be heard, to be respected, and to take charge of your own destiny. It's time to stop letting others influence your decisions, and start trusting your judgment again. The power is still in your hands, and it's never too late to take it back. Your voice matters. Your opinions matter. And you have the strength within you to claim your life, your choices, and your future. Don't let anyone, not even society, convince you otherwise. The time for silence is over. It's time to speak up, to assert your needs, and to take control of the life you have every right to live. The second thing you must do is stop isolating yourself socially. Although it might seem like a comfortable and easy choice to withdraw from the world as you grow older, this habit is one that can quietly, but steadily, erode your mental, emotional, and even physical well-being. As we age, it's common to feel more tired, and the thought of maintaining relationships or engaging in social activities can feel overwhelming. The natural instinct may be to retreat into your own space, seeking solitude and peace. But while isolation may offer temporary relief, it is, in fact, one of the most dangerous threats to your overall health and happiness as you age. When you begin to distance yourself from others, loneliness can slowly creep in. It starts as a whisper, perhaps a fleeting feeling of being disconnected or not quite belonging, but as time goes on, it begins to consume you. This creeping loneliness is often the precursor to much deeper emotional struggles. Studies consistently show that prolonged social isolation is a direct contributor to a variety of mental health issues, including depression, anxiety, and feelings of hopelessness. But the effects don't stop there. Loneliness can also lead to significant physical health problems, such as heart disease, high blood pressure, and even dementia. The body and mind were never meant to exist in isolation for extended periods. They crave connection, stimulation, and the warmth of human companionship. It's important to understand that social interaction isn't just about being in a room full of people. It's about the emotional exchange, the shared laughter, the bonds that are formed when you allow yourself to connect with others. These moments of connection are what keep your brain engaged, sharp, and healthy. When you interact with others, you are actively stimulating your cognitive function, keeping your memory intact, and increasing your emotional well-being. The act of exchanging ideas, engaging in deep conversations, or simply enjoying the presence of a loved one can create joy, meaning, and purpose in your life. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. You may think that making new connections at your age is a challenge, or perhaps you feel that your friends have faded away over time. Maybe the people who once filled your life with warmth are no longer around, or the thought of meeting new people seems daunting. But these thoughts are rooted in fear, and fear should never be the reason to isolate yourself. It's never too late to form new relationships, build fresh connections, or rekindle the old ones. The belief that your time for social interaction has passed is simply a lie. There are countless ways to stay engaged with others. Whether it's through joining community groups, participating in local recreational activities, taking up new hobbies, or volunteering, the opportunities to form meaningful connections are still out there, waiting for you. And let's not forget the ways technology can help keep you connected. In today's world, distance is no longer a barrier. With the touch of a button, you can speak to friends and family across the globe, share experiences with others, and keep the connections alive. Video calls, social media platforms, and messaging services can bring people together, even when they're miles apart. These tools aren't just for younger generations. They can be a lifeline for people of all ages, especially those who may have limited mobility or find it difficult to travel. Every interaction, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, is an opportunity to enrich your mind and spirit. A simple phone call to a friend, a short chat with a neighbor, or even engaging with a stranger in a cafe can have a profound impact on your emotional well-being. It's these moments of connection that give life its depth, its color, and its meaning. Human interaction is not just a nice addition to life. It is a necessity for a healthy and happy existence. By isolating yourself, you deprive yourself of the nourishment that comes from being with others. You rob yourself of the joy and the healing that come with genuine human connection. If you've been avoiding socializing, perhaps because you feel like a burden to others or because it simply seems easier to stay in your comfort zone, it's time to stop. Isolation may offer temporary peace, but the long-term consequences are far more harmful. It keeps you from feeling the warmth of companionship, from sharing your thoughts and feelings, and from experiencing the joy that comes from simply being in the presence of others. It's time to recognize that human connection is one of the greatest secrets to healthy aging. You don't have to be alone. There is still so much joy to be found in the world around you, and it's waiting for you to embrace it. So, if you've found yourself withdrawing, if you've become accustomed to solitude, now is the time to break free from that self-imposed isolation. There are people who care about you, there are friendships to be nurtured, and there are new bonds waiting to be made. Opening yourself up to connection, even in small ways, will breathe new life into your spirit. You'll feel more alive, more engaged, and more connected to the world around you. Don't let the comfort of isolation dull the vibrancy and richness of life. The people around you, whether old friends, new acquaintances, or even strangers you meet along the way, are the sources of connection, support, and joy that can transform the years ahead into the most fulfilling chapter of your life. Reach out, open up, and let those bonds of connection fill your heart with the warmth and energy you deserve. The third thing you must do is stop neglecting your physical health, thinking that it's too late to make a change. This is one of the most common and one of the most detrimental mistakes people make as they grow older. Over time, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing that your body has already passed its prime, that it's too late to start making positive changes. You might tell yourself that you don't need to exercise anymore, or that it's no longer worth paying attention to what you eat. You might think that because you've lived a full life, the state of your health is irrelevant now. But this mentality is not only harmful, it's also a misconception that can seriously affect your quality of life. Regardless of how many years you've lived, your body still needs attention, care, and nourishment. It may seem tempting to believe that you can skip exercise or ignore the importance of a healthy diet, thinking that the years you've already lived somehow excuse you from taking better care of yourself. But science tells a different story. Small, consistent changes to your health routine, even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, can have an incredibly positive impact on your overall well-being. It's never too late to start. Even light physical activity, such as daily walks or stretching exercises, can improve your balance, strengthen your bones and muscles, and significantly reduce the risk of falls. Staying active also enhances your mobility, allowing you to maintain your independence for much longer. The importance of a healthy diet cannot be overstated either. What you put into your body directly affects how you feel every day. A balanced diet can improve your energy levels, help regulate your blood sugar, and prevent common chronic conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, and heart disease, all of which become more prevalent as we age. When you take care of your body with healthy choices, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. And this isn't just about physical health, it's about how it impacts your mind, your emotions, and your outlook on life. Taking care of your physical health has a profound effect on your emotional and mental well-being. When your body feels strong and healthy, it elevates your mood and boosts your self-esteem. You begin to feel like you are still capable of doing the things you love, and that life is still full of opportunities and joy. The energy you gain from regular physical activity and proper nutrition extends beyond the physical realm. It uplifts your spirit, providing you with a sense of accomplishment, confidence, and a renewed sense of possibility. Even more importantly, by prioritizing your health, you're giving yourself the greatest gift of all, the chance to enjoy your later years with greater quality of life. You'll be able to savor the moments that matter most, whether it's spending time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies you enjoy, or simply taking in the beauty of the world around you. By taking care of your body, you're investing in your future, ensuring that you're able to fully experience the richness of the years ahead. It's never too late to make changes that will improve your physical health and, in turn, your emotional and mental well-being. Every small step you take to nurture your body is an investment in a life well lived, a life full of energy, vitality, and the ability to continue enjoying the things that bring you happiness. Don't let the years pass without embracing the power of change. The best years of your life don't have to be behind you. They can still be ahead of you if you choose to take action now. The fourth thing you must do is stop living in the past and allowing memories of old times to dominate your present. While it's completely natural to look back on your life and reflect on the moments that shaped you, when you allow those memories to take over, you rob yourself of the opportunity to embrace the fullness of the present and the future. It's easy to get lost in nostalgia, especially in old age, where the tendency to cling to what's already past can feel comforting. But, as comforting as it may seem, living exclusively off memories of the past can create a barrier that keeps you from experiencing the beauty and excitement that life still has to offer. Many people fall into the trap of believing that the best part of life is already behind them, that the opportunities they missed or the mistakes they made are too significant to overcome. You might find yourself thinking about the people you've met, the chances you let slip away, or the decisions you regret not making differently. These thoughts can consume you, making it difficult to find joy in the present. However, it's essential to recognize that what truly matters is how you choose to spend the time you have now. The past is gone, it's written in the pages of your history, but your story is still unfolding. While it's okay to reflect on past experiences, you must not allow them to dictate the course of your life today. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Staying trapped in the past only generates feelings of frustration, sadness, and even resentment, because no matter how much you wish things had gone differently, you cannot change what has already been. The key to moving forward is to focus on what you can control, the here and now. There is a world full of new experiences waiting for you, and it's up to you to take the steps to discover them. You have the power to create new stories, to make memories that will bring you joy, satisfaction, and a sense of fulfillment. Whether it's something big, like embarking on a new adventure, or something small, like trying a new hobby or revisiting a passion you once loved, there is so much still left to experience. Too often, people believe that because they're in a more advanced stage of life, there are no longer any opportunities for excitement, growth, or change. This could not be farther from the truth. Life doesn't stop offering possibilities just because you've reached a certain age. It continues to present you with new paths to explore, new horizons to reach. It's up to you to open yourself to them, to be willing to take a chance and see what you can achieve. Learning something new, meeting new people, or diving into a hobby you've always wanted to try. These are the opportunities that can enrich your life in ways you never imagined. Each day that you wake up is a new chance to live fully, to discover something new, to find joy in the moments that are unfolding in front of you. But in order for that to happen, you need to leave the past where it belongs, in your memories, without allowing it to overshadow the present. Your life is still yours to live, and the future is still full of possibilities. The moments you create now, in this very moment, can shape a future that is just as rich and meaningful as the past. So, let go of the weight of old memories that keep you from moving forward. Embrace today, embrace the opportunities that lie ahead, and allow yourself the freedom to build a new chapter, one that is filled with all the joy and excitement that life still has to offer. The fifth thing you must do is stop sacrificing yourself for others at the expense of your own happiness and well-being. For many people, especially those who have always been the caregivers in their families, this behavior may seem not only noble but essential. After all, you've spent years or even decades putting the needs of others before your own, caring for children, grandchildren, and loved ones, and doing everything you can to make sure that those around you are happy and well taken care of. But as you grow older, it's time to face a truth that may be uncomfortable to hear. This pattern of self-sacrifice, while well-intentioned, is not sustainable, and it's taking a toll on you. It's time to stop erasing your own needs in order to please others. This truth can be painful to accept, but it's an essential step towards reclaiming your life. It's easy to fall into the trap of continually giving, believing that your purpose is to serve and take care of others. Perhaps for years, you've been the pillar of strength for your family, always the one who is relied upon. The problem is that, over time, the people around you might start to take your giving nature for granted. They may live their lives as they see fit, without offering much in return for all the sacrifices you've made. Worse yet, they may not even be aware of the strain that you're under. Your health, your emotional state, and your dreams may have been pushed to the side for so long that they've become distant memories. You might feel invisible in the very relationships where you've given so much of yourself. It's important to realize that, while you've dedicated your life to the happiness and well-being of others, you have every right to focus on your own needs now. This may feel like a betrayal or even selfishness, but it's the exact opposite. The truth is, when you continue to prioritize others over yourself, you are slowly wearing yourself down, both physically and emotionally. You are not a machine capable of endlessly giving without feeling the effects. Your body and mind require care, attention, and rest just like anyone else's, and the longer you neglect your own needs, the more exhausted you will become. This constant cycle of self-sacrifice can leave you feeling depleted, bitter, and emotionally drained, even resentful of those you've tried to help. Over time, this cycle of sacrifice can create feelings of frustration and even resentment. You begin to realize that, despite all the years of service, the effort and care you've given, those you've helped may not have given you the recognition or support you expected in return. The things you've put off, your own dreams, your own desires, may have gone unfulfilled. You might feel as though the years you've given to others have been taken for granted, and you may find yourself wondering if your sacrifices were truly appreciated or even necessary. But the hardest reality of all is that if you keep sacrificing yourself, you risk being completely drained, not only physically but emotionally as well. This exhaustion can eventually lead to burnout, leaving you in a state of hopelessness and emptiness. Your health could deteriorate, and your happiness might seem more and more like a distant memory. Now is the time to break free from this cycle. Yes, you can and should put your own needs first, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing so. Taking care of yourself is not selfish, it's an act of self-preservation. In fact, it's the most loving thing you can do for both yourself and others. When you're exhausted, burned out, and emotionally depleted, you don't have the energy or the capacity to be the caregiver or the support that others need. But when you take time to care for yourself, to nurture your body, mind, and soul, you can approach your relationships and responsibilities with renewed energy, clarity, and joy. In the end, no one will take better care of you than you will. Your family, friends, and loved ones may appreciate what you've done for them, but the truth is they cannot live your life for you. They cannot carry your burdens or fill the void that only you can address. You must take ownership of your own happiness, your own health, and your own well-being. You have spent a lifetime giving to others, and now it's time to give to yourself. You have the right to enjoy your life, to seek out the things that make you happy, and to prioritize your own peace and joy. It's time to stop erasing yourself for the sake of others. Set boundaries where necessary, say no when you need to, and give yourself permission to focus on your own needs. Stop waiting for others to notice or reciprocate. Take the initiative to reclaim your life. You are worthy of care and attention, just as much as anyone else. Your happiness, your health, and your future matter, and it's never too late to put yourself first. Let go of the guilt or the belief that you must always be the one who gives. Take the time to rest, to heal, to enjoy life, and to rediscover the things that bring you joy. You've done enough. Now it's time to take care of you. The sixth thing you must do is stop ignoring your own physical and emotional limits out of fear of seeming weak or incapable. This mindset is particularly common among older adults, where the belief persists that acknowledging your limitations somehow makes you appear frail or less capable. Many people fear that admitting they can no longer do certain things will make them seem old or weak, so they push through, disregarding the signs their bodies or minds are sending them. But the reality is, refusing to recognize and respect your limits is far more dangerous than acknowledging them. Ignoring your physical and emotional boundaries can lead to unnecessary harm and long-term consequences that could have been easily avoided. As we age, our bodies and minds naturally change, and what we could easily do in our youth may no longer be feasible. Whether it's attempting to lift heavy objects, staying up late without rest, or continually pushing ourselves emotionally despite exhaustion, these habits can take a serious toll on our health. There's no shame in recognizing that your body needs more rest or that certain activities may not be possible anymore. Time passes for all of us, and each stage of life brings new challenges and limitations, whether physical or emotional. While it can be difficult to face, it's crucial to accept these changes and adjust our expectations accordingly. Refusing to acknowledge this reality, thinking that you can still do everything as you once did, can lead to injuries, worsening health conditions, and even unnecessary risks that could be avoided with a little self-awareness. Ignoring your limits often stems from the fear of being perceived as weak or incapable. Many people worry that asking for help or saying, "I can't do this anymore," will make them seem helpless or burdensome to others. But the truth is, not recognizing your limits is what can truly harm you in the long run. Whether it's physical exhaustion, emotional burnout, or even the risk of serious injury, when you push your body and mind past their current capacity, the consequences can be severe. Health problems that could have been managed or prevented may worsen, and emotional stress or strain can snowball into deeper issues such as anxiety, depression, or even a sense of hopelessness. Recognizing your limits is not a form of defeat or weakness. It's an act of wisdom, self-care, and respect for yourself. It's important to remember that knowing when to say no or "I need help" is not only about protecting your physical health, it's about acknowledging your emotional needs, too. Emotions, like physical health, need to be nurtured and cared for. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. When you push yourself too hard emotionally, whether by neglecting your mental health or by overextending yourself for others, you're setting yourself up for burnout. And emotional exhaustion can be just as harmful as physical exhaustion, if not more so. The beauty of getting older is that you have the wisdom to understand that self-care isn't selfish, it's necessary. By adapting your activities and lifestyle to your current capabilities, you preserve your health and energy for what really matters. You don't have to stop living life fully, but you do need to make adjustments that allow you to continue enjoying life without overexerting yourself. The key is to find balance. You can still pursue your passions and enjoy your daily activities, but it may require you to make mindful changes, whether that's lightening your physical load or taking more time for self-care. Knowing when to step back and rest, whether physically or emotionally, will help you avoid accidents, health complications, and emotional breakdowns. It will allow you to continue engaging in the things you love while maintaining your well-being. This doesn't mean you have to give up on the activities or things you love. You just need to approach them in a way that's sustainable. For instance, perhaps you no longer can carry heavy boxes or run marathons, but that doesn't mean you can't find joy in other activities that don't put as much strain on your body. Maybe walking, swimming, or yoga are now more suitable exercises. maybe you can still enjoy a meaningful conversation or bond with loved ones in ways that don't drain you emotionally. Being honest with yourself about your physical and emotional limits is the first step toward a healthier, more fulfilling life, one that's rooted in reality, not in outdated perceptions of what you should be capable of doing. By setting healthy boundaries, you not only protect yourself but also ensure that you can continue to live a vibrant and enjoyable life for as long as possible. Adapting your approach to life as you age doesn't mean you've given up. It means you're taking responsibility for your health and well-being. It's about preserving your energy and strength for the things that truly matter. And when you recognize your limits, you free yourself from the constant pressure to prove something to others or to yourself. Instead, you embrace the freedom to live in a way that is realistic, grounded, and compassionate toward yourself. You deserve to live the later years of your life with dignity, peace, and good health. Recognizing your limits and respecting them is a powerful act of self-respect and self-love. It is not weakness, it is wisdom. So next time you feel the urge to push past your boundaries, whether physically or emotionally, take a step back and honor what your body and mind are telling you. It's okay to slow down, to say no, to take time for yourself. In doing so, you not only protect your health but also ensure that you're able to enjoy the time you have left with vitality, joy, and balance. It's never a sign of weakness to care for yourself. It's a sign of strength. And that strength will serve you well, allowing you to continue living fully for years to come. The seventh thing you must do is stop avoiding sexual relationships, thinking that you're too old for them or that they're no longer for you. This is one of the biggest and most pervasive myths surrounding old age, and it's time to dispel it once and for all. Sexuality does not have an expiration date, and sexual desire is something that can, and should, be a vibrant part of your life at any stage, including your later years. Yet, many people neglect this essential aspect of life due to feelings of shame, fear, or a mistaken belief that intimacy is something reserved for the young. But the truth is that, when experienced in a healthy and respectful way, sex continues to offer pleasure, connection, and significant physical and emotional benefits, no matter your age. One of the most significant barriers that prevent many older adults from embracing their sexuality is prejudice, both societal and internalized. There exists a harmful belief that sex is only for the young, that it's a privilege lost over time. This belief could not be further from the truth. In fact, physical intimacy can take on even deeper meaning as the years go by. As you age, the act of physical closeness, touch, and emotional bonding can become more fulfilling, as it moves beyond just the physical act to something more profound and connected. The emotional intimacy shared between partners often deepens as time passes, providing a sense of closeness, companionship, and joy that enhances your overall quality of life. It's important to remember that, as you age, intimacy can become a vital part of your well-being, not only physically but emotionally and psychologically as well. Another factor that keeps many seniors from enjoying a fulfilling sex life is the fear of performance or the concern about the physical changes the body undergoes as we age. It's true that the body functions differently as we grow older, and this can lead to anxiety around sexual performance. But here's the key: just because your body changes doesn't mean that pleasure has to diminish. On the contrary, with the wisdom and experience that comes with age, you may find that you are more comfortable with your sexuality than ever before. The pressure to meet unrealistic expectations, something many people experience earlier in life, often disappears, giving you the freedom to explore your body and your desires without the weight of judgment or self-doubt. The key to maintaining an active and fulfilling sexual life in later years is adapting and finding what works best for you and your partner. This might mean exploring new ways to be intimate, taking things slower, or focusing on emotional connection as much as physical pleasure. It's important to understand that what matters most is your own satisfaction and comfort. The standards set by younger generations or by outdated notions of what sexuality should look like simply do not apply to your life. Instead, the focus should be on mutual enjoyment, respect, and fulfilling each other's needs in a way that feels right for you both. Additionally, the benefits of sex in older age extend far beyond immediate pleasure. Research has shown that maintaining an active sex life can contribute positively to your overall health. Regular intimacy has been linked to better mental health, a stronger immune system, and even a lower risk of heart disease. The release of hormones like endorphins and oxytocin during sexual activity fosters a sense of well-being, reduces stress, and promotes a positive mood. These physical and emotional benefits reinforce why sexuality should not be dismissed as something irrelevant as you age. By avoiding sexual relationships, you may be depriving yourself of one of the most powerful allies in maintaining both your physical and emotional health. It's also important to remember that every person is unique, and there is no universal rule about how your sex life should look as you get older. Sexuality is a deeply personal experience, and it's essential that you feel comfortable and satisfied with your choices. If sexual desire is still a part of your life, don't allow age or societal prejudice to suppress it. Seek out information, have open conversations with your partner, and if necessary, consult healthcare professionals who can offer guidance on maintaining a healthy sex life as you age. There is no reason why this vital aspect of life should fade away. It can continue to bring joy, intimacy, and fulfillment as you move through the later stages of your life. Ultimately, life doesn't stop, and neither does your capacity for pleasure. Aging should not mean the end of physical intimacy. It's simply an opportunity to redefine what intimacy looks like and how it can bring joy, connection, and fulfillment. As we come to the end of this video, we've seen how there are habits and beliefs that many people carry through their lives. However, as we age, those very habits and beliefs can become obstacles to living a full and happy life. By stopping these 7 things, whether it's ignoring your own needs, avoiding new experiences, or accepting outdated myths, you can begin to reclaim control over your life, embrace the possibilities that still lie ahead, and live with more joy, health, and satisfaction. Aging is not the end. It's a new chapter that can be lived with wisdom, autonomy, and, above all, pleasure. The years ahead are yours to shape, and with the right mindset, they can be filled with all the experiences and joys that life has to offer. So, what have you learned so far? What is one thing from today's video that you feel inspired to bring into practice in your life? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Take a moment to reflect. How will you stop passively accepting things and begin reclaiming your own voice, your health, and your future? If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. This community is about sharing wisdom, supporting one another, and growing together, so don't miss out on future videos. Let's continue this journey of living life fully, no matter our age.